We'll start today by finding a nice, comfortable seat. Being sure to pull the flesh away from your sit bones so that you're starting with a nice, stable foundation. Draw the navel in towards your spine.
We can't hear you.
Okay. Thank you. Crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Shoulder blades come together and down your back. Place the hands on the thighs, palms up, and close your eyes. Just start to watch the breath, allowing it to flow in through the nose and out through the nose. Just start to tune out any distractions like noises coming from your home or thoughts running through your head. Start to bring your breath into balance by making the inhale the same length as your exhale. As you sit and breathe, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the breathing technique that we're going to try today. It's called the 4-7-8 breathing technique, and it was developed by Dr. Andrew Weil. It's based on ancient yogic pranayama practices. This technique does involve breath retention, or a part where you hold your breath. So with that said, if you become dizzy or lightheaded, you're just going to come back to this balanced breath. This breathing technique is really good for reducing anxiety. It also helps to oxygenate the body and is very beneficial if you're having a hard time falling asleep. So we're going to practice seated today, but if you were going to use this to help you fall asleep, you'd be laying down in your bed to try it. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention yesterday, when you first start this practice, the effects may be subtle, but the more you practice, the bigger the effects will become. So it will become more powerful the more you use it, and you'll feel greater effects as you use it. So let's go ahead and try it. I'll demonstrate it first. I'll demonstrate 2 rounds. Then together we'll do 4 rounds. And when you're practicing on your own, start with 4 rounds, and over time you can work your way up to 8 rounds. So we sit comfortably, and you'll place your tongue on the roof of the mouth on that fleshy ridge right behind the front teeth, the top front teeth. You'll keep your tongue there for the whole practice. So we begin by exhaling all of our air. Then we'll inhale through the nose for a count of 4. We'll hold our breath for a count of 7. And then we'll exhale through the mouth for a count of 8. And when we exhale through the mouth, we do so with an audible whooshing sound. So I'll do those 2 rounds now, and then we'll do 4 rounds together. So that was 2 rounds. Inhale through the nose for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. So let's start together. We'll do 4 rounds. Place the tongue on that fleshy ridge behind the top front teeth. We'll exhale through an open mouth and then begin. When you finish the 4 rounds, come back to the balanced breath. And just notice how that made you feel. I definitely can feel the effects of the additional oxygen in my body. I feel much more clear-headed. Let's bring the hands together at the heart. And let's breathe together 3 times. And on the 3rd exhale, we'll share the sound of Om. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Inhale. And exhale. And for the 3rd time together, inhale. Bow your head. Place the hands on the thighs. Softly open your eyes, looking forward. We'll begin today with the arms by our sides. As you inhale, they come up overhead. And then as you exhale, those arms come back down by your sides. You're moving with your breath at your own pace. Inhaling up, exhaling down. As you exhale, the arms come wide as you begin to twist to your left. Inhale, arms come back up as you come back to center. Exhale, arms out wide as you twist to the right. Inhale, arms back up, coming back to center. And then you'll continue to move with your breath, twisting from side to side. No need to rush here. The next time you twist to your left, you'll continue so that you place your right hand on the left knee, the left hand behind the hip. Breathe here. As you inhale, arms sweep back up as you come back to center. And then as you exhale, begin to twist to the right as your left hand comes to rest on the top of the right knee. Right hand behind the hip. As you inhale, arms come back up overhead as you come back to center. This time, as you exhale, begin to hinge forward from those hips, not bending the back. When you reach your maximum fold, just bring your hands down to the ground. Then as you inhale, create length in your spine. And as you exhale, perhaps you can walk your hands out a little further. Inhale, create length. Exhale, hinge. Start to walk your hands back towards your body, and you'll switch the cross of your legs. Adjust your sit bones as needed. As you inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge forward from those hips. Again, when you can't go any further, just bring the hands down to the mat. As you inhale, create length in your spine. And then as you exhale, perhaps you can walk those hands out just a little farther. Inhale, create length. Exhale, hinge. Start to walk the hands back towards the body, and we'll come to all fours, hands and knees. So remember that when we're on all fours, those knees are just hip width apart. We place them slightly behind the hips. Hands are shoulder width apart, slightly forward of the shoulders. And then we'll spread the fingers nice and wide and press down through the fingers and the perimeter of the palms, almost making a little suction cup with the hands. If you notice, I get a big arch in my back just all the time. So if you're like that as well, I just want you to slightly tuck that tailbone. Take a breath in. As you exhale, you'll shift those hips to the heels, the chest to the thighs, coming to extended child's pose. As you inhale, bring yourself back up all fours. Exhale, back to child's pose. As you inhale, come back up all fours. So we're going to add our 4-7-8 breathing technique to this pose. So as you shift back, exhale all of the air. Inhale through the nose for a count of 4 as you come up to all fours. Hold for a count of 7. Exhale for a count of 8. Inhale, count of 4. Hold for 7. Exhale, count of 8. Two more times on your own. When you finish your 2 more rounds, you can just bring the breath back to a balanced breath. Inhale and exhale are equal. Bring yourself back up to all fours, hands and knees. As you inhale, your right arm sweeps out parallel to the mat, thumb points to the sky, gaze down at the mat. If it's okay for you, your left leg sweeps out. So you're reaching the left heel to the space behind you, right fingertips to the space in front of you, and you're drawing the navel in towards your spine to engage the abdominal muscles. Focus on the breath here. Lower the right hand, lower the left knee. On the next inhale, the left arm sweeps out parallel to the mat, thumb points to the sky, and if it's okay for you, the right leg sweeps out. Reach through the fingertips, reach through the heel, draw the navel in, and breathe. Lower the left hand, lower the right knee. We're going to move into downward facing dog. So from all fours, you'll tuck your toes. Start to shift your hips towards your heels. The knees lift as you press back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So we really want to make sure that the hips are pointing to the back of the room where the wall meets the ceiling. That helps to create a lot of length in the spine. Breathe here. Relax the heels toward your mat. Relax the head and neck. Start to bend the knees, go back down into child's pose. As you inhale, come back up all fours, and we'll move back into downward facing dog. So you curl the toes under. Start to shift the hips towards your heels. Knees lift as you press back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Sweep your right leg out behind you and step it forward between your hands. Root down through the sole of your left foot, turning those toes out slightly. And as you inhale, arms sweep up for Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Navel's drawn in. We're rooting down through the outer edge of the back foot. The front knee is not jutting out past the ankle, and it's tracking more towards the pinky toe rather than the big toe. Arms are strong and active, or for a more gentle version, you can place your hands on your hips. As you inhale, straighten your right leg. As you exhale, hinge forward. Once you come to your full fold, you can relax the head and neck. Come up on the ball of the left foot and you'll step back to downward facing dog. Sweep the left leg out behind you. Step it forward, or you can pick the foot up and move it and just place it between the hands. Root down through the sole of that right foot, toes point out slightly. As you inhale, arms sweep up. Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. As you inhale, straighten that left leg. Exhale, fold forward over the left leg. Relax the head and neck. Come up on the ball of that right foot. Step back to downward facing dog. Start to walk your feet forward towards your hands, coming to Uttanasana, forward fold. Relax the head and neck here. Press down through those feet, arms start to lift. When they're in line with the ears, bring yourself all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. So next we're going to do a half sun salutation with the 4-7-8 breathing technique. So we'll start by exhaling all of the air. Inhale, arms reach up for a count of 4. Exhale. You know what? I did that wrong. Give me a second here. Okay, let's fold forward. Sorry. So let's inhale halfway up for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 7. Exhale, fold forward, count of 8. Press down through the feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands come to your heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale all of that air. Inhale up, count of 4. Hold for 7. Exhale, fold forward, count of 8. Press down through those feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Arms reach up. Hinge from the hips as you fold forward. Exhale all of that air. Inhale through the nose for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 7. Exhale through the mouth, count of 8. As you inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do it one more time. Arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale all of that air as you hinge forward. Inhale up halfway, count of 4. Hold, count of 7. Exhale, count of 8. Come back to the balanced breath. Inhale and exhale are equal. Place the hands on the hips, press down through the feet, and bring yourself up to standing. So we're going to take a nice wide-legged stance. Outer edges of the feet are parallel to the outer edges of your mat. As you inhale, arms reach up. And then as you exhale, you're going to hinge from the hips, folding forward, bringing your hands down to the ground, or if you have yoga blocks or something, you could have your hands on that. And you always have the option to bend your knees. Place the hands on the hips, press down through the feet, and bring yourself up. So we're going to come up on the heel of the left foot, toes turn in slightly. Come up on the heel of that right foot, toes turn out 90 degrees. Bring the arms parallel to your mat and gaze out over the right fingertips. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bend the right knee. So make sure the knee doesn't go out past the ankle. Arms are strong and active, or you can place your hands on your hips. Place your left hand on the back of the left thigh. Turn the right palm to look towards the sky, and then you're going to take it back for reverse warrior. So we come to a back bend. Slowly bring yourself back up. Warrior 2. As you inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, lower the arms. Feet come back to parallel. I know I mixed up my lefts and rights a few times there. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come to the hips, press down through the feet, bring yourself all the way up. So we'll come up on the heel of the right foot, toes turn in slightly. Come up on the heel of that left foot, toes turn out 90 degrees. Arms parallel to the mat. Gaze out over the left fingertips. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, let the left knee bend. I'm just wiggling my foot out a little bit more so the knee doesn't go out past the ankle. Place the back hand on the back of the thigh. Front hand turns to look towards the sky, and then you'll take it back. Reverse warrior. Focus on your breath here. Bring yourself back up to warrior 2. As you inhale, straighten that left leg. Exhale, lower the arms. Feet come back to parallel. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge forward. So I want you to walk your hands over to the foot that's at the top of your mat. And then we'll just pivot on the balls of the feet and step back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we'll float forward to plank, but I'm going to have everyone lower their knees today. The inner elbows look at the space in front of you. Your core is really strong here. As you exhale, you're hugging your elbows into the body as you bend them towards the space behind you and slowly lower with control. Here, the chest sweeps through the arms as you rise to cobra. So we can have baby cobra with bent elbows or cobra with straight arms. Breathe here. As you exhale, lower down to the ground. Cross the forearms in front of you, rest your forehead, bend your knees, and let the legs sway from side to side. Let the legs become still, lower them down to the ground, and then bring your hands right by your sides, right by your chest, hugging your elbows in like little grasshopper wings. So here you're going to press your hands into the floor and then press them towards the feet. This will cause your whole body to just shift forward, and then you can rise. As you exhale, slowly lower. Isometrically drag those hands back. Chest sweeps through the arms as you rise. Exhale, lower. 3 more on your own. Remember, you only come up as high as is comfortable for you. When you finish with your 3, just lower down to the ground, cross the forearms in front of you, rest the forehead. Once you rest the forehead, again, you can bend your knees. This time you'll rotate the ankles. Reverse the direction of your ankle rotation. And let's roll over onto our backs and hug the knees into the chest. Once you get there, you can rock side to side and give yourself a little back massage. Place the soles of the feet on the floor. Bring your arms by your sides, the palms face the floor. As you inhale, you'll press down through your feet, lift the hips, and then as you exhale, you'll lower your hips. Inhale, press down through the feet, hips lift. Exhale, lower the hips. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So we're going to add our breathing technique to that. So the first thing we'll do is exhale all of the air out. Then inhale through the nose, lifting the hips for a count of 4. Retain the breath as we hold for a count of 7. Exhale through the mouth, lowering those hips for a count of 8. Inhale up, count of 4. Hold, count of 7. Exhale, count of 8. Two more rounds on your own. When you finish, hug those knees to the chest. Once you hug the knees in, you can rock gently from side to side. Place the soles of the feet on the mat. And you're going to cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Take your hands around your right thigh and draw the knees and legs into the chest. Keeping that left ankle over the right thigh, lower the right foot to the ground. Bring the arms out like a T, palms face the sky. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to tip the legs over to the right as you roll to the pinky toe side of the right foot. On the inhale, bring yourself back up. And on your exhale, as you tip the legs, you'll tip the legs over to the left, rolling to the big toe side of the right foot. Inhale, back up. Exhale, tip to the right. Inhale, back up. Exhale, tip to the left. Continue moving with the balanced breath, rolling from one side of the foot to the other. The next time the sole of the right foot is flat on the mat, pause there. Lower your left foot. You can adjust your foundation as needed. And then you'll cross that right ankle over the left thigh. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, begin to tip those legs over to the left as you roll to the pinky toe side of the left foot. Inhale, coming back up. And as you exhale, begin to tip the legs to the right as you roll to the big toe side of that left foot. Inhale back up and continue moving with your breath, rolling from one side of the foot to the other. The next time the sole of the left foot is flat on the mat, pause there. Lower your right foot. You can draw the knees into the chest. Keep the knees hugged in. Bring the arms out like a T. Press the soles of the feet up towards the sky. So you're going to lower those legs until they're about 2 inches away from the ground. Draw the knees into the chest. Press the soles of the feet up towards the sky and repeat. If it's a bit much for your back to lower the legs together, just lower the legs one at a time. It's a more gentle option. As you lower those legs, press the low back into the ground. That will help recruit your abdominal muscles and keep your back out of it. The next time you lower the legs, you can lower them all the way down to the ground. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock gently side to side. Place the soles of the feet on the ground. Bring the arms by your sides, palms face the floor. Press down through those feet, hips lift, and we're going to hold the hips up this time. If you'd like, you can wiggle your shoulders beneath you, clasping the hands together. Press the hands and the arms into the ground to lift those hips higher. Breathe here. Carefully release your hands, unwiggle the shoulders, slowly lower those hips all the way down to the ground. Hug the knees into the chest, rock side to side. Place the soles of the feet on the mat and bring your feet as wide as your mat. Your hands can rest wherever they're comfortable. And just let the knees sway from side to side. Let the knees become still. And then let those knees fall in on one another. You can just again rest the hands where they're comfortable. Watch the breath flow in through the nose and out through the nose. We're going to begin to transition into Shavasana, which is our last pose. Feel free to get things that are making you comfortable, like your socks if you're outside and you're freezing. Or a blanket. A blanket would be nice. Feel free to grab a little drink of water if you need it. We want to set ourselves up for great Shavasana. So we want to remove distractions, whether it's being cold or thirsty, or when we lay down, if we're bumping into something, just move it out of the way. So come to lay on your back, legs extended out nice and long. Arms are by your sides, palms face the sky. Let the feet just flop open. Relax your jaw by creating a space between the top and bottom rows of teeth. And let the tongue just fall away from the roof of the mouth. Resist the urge to make subtle movements. Allow the natural breath to take over. Rest in Shavasana. Slowly start to deepen your breath, becoming aware of the space around you. You can start to make subtle movements that feel good, like wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. You can rotate through the wrists and the ankles and turn the head gently from side to side. And then stretch through the arms and the legs like you're just waking up. Nice full body stretch. Roll to the right side in the fetal position and we'll stay there for a few breaths. Keeping your eyes closed if you'd like. Bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Once you get there, you can bring your hands to your heart in Anjali Mudra. Thank you for sharing your practice with me this morning. As you go through your day, if you happen upon a situation where you're feeling anxious, stressed, if you are trying to sleep and you can't, try that 4-7-8 breathing technique and see if it can help you. And I'd love to hear about any experiences you have with it. Thank you all again. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you have ease and well-being. Namaste.